Welcome to our flow today. This is a 10-minute flow for exhaustion and great for those of us who experience anxiety and depression as well. We're just going to start with a couch cushion, a pillow of any kind, big toes together, knees at the sides of the ribs, and come on down onto your pillow, having it support underneath your chest. And let your arms come above your head to the mat, and let your forehead come down either to your hands or to the floor. And we'll come to our breath. Starting to deepen all the way into the belly and extending our exhale longer in an attempt to slow our breath rate and calm the system. Couple more breaths here. And carefully come up onto the palms of the hand, taking the right arm underneath the left. Let's carefully let the right shoulder and head come down to our pillow and to our thread the needle on the right side. If you'd like a more opening through the left shoulder, you could take the left hand behind the back, place it on the low back, or leave it at the side of your mat where it is. And try to prevent the hips from kicking off to one side here. Try and keep them centered. And we'll come up to our palms and take our left hand underneath our right, coming down to our shoulder on our pillow. And again, opening the top shoulder further if that feels like what your body needs today. Keep the breath full and slow. And slowly push yourself back up onto your palms, coming back to the center. We're going to move our pillow out of the way and come to a seated position, taking your right leg in front of you with the shin parallel to the short edge of the mat, and your left leg out beside you with your shin parallel to the long edge of the mat, trying to keep the knees bent at a 90 degree and flexing both feet. And from here, you can carefully lean back onto your palms and feel a stretch along the top of the thigh. And inhaling, come up to a straight spine, and exhaling, forward fold over that front leg, keeping the legs as they are. And you can use your pillow to prop up your elbows, bringing the floor closer to you, if that helps create a more manageable stretch for your hip. And coming back to our seat, keeping the feet wide, just let the knees dip left and right. Little windshield wiper action to shake out that stretch. And then we'll let the legs fall to the left in the same shape we were in before, but on the other side. And taking the hands back behind you and leaning the weight back. Deep, long breaths. Taking note of where you feel the stretch and how intense it is for you. Then inhaling, coming up, and exhaling forwards over that front leg. And adjust as you need. You might need to go a little left or a little right, depending on how open your hips may or may not be. Carefully pushing back up to a seat. And we'll do another quick windshield wiper here. And taking your pillow again, we'll have it underneath your seat. Taking the right leg bent in front of you and bending the left leg over top of the right. We're aiming here to try and get the knees as close to stacked together on top of each other as we can. And they do not have to be directly on top of each other, however, just as close as you can get them. Keeping the feet flexed to protect the knees. And if that's enough of a stretch in your hips, you can just stay upright. Otherwise, you could bend forward, coming to the palms, or if you have the openness in your hips, you could come down to your elbows or on a block, or just stay upright as I am. Send the breath all the way into the hips. And we're gonna do a quick little transition, keeping our feet planted. We're gonna come to a stand and spin facing the other direction. Feet wide and forward fold, keeping the toes pointed slightly inward. We'll feel that stretch all the way down the sides and the backs of the legs. And keeping the feet planted, we'll keep turning the direction that we were going and come into our shoelace pose on the other side. So now your left leg will be bent on the bottom and your right leg on top. And one side may be different than the other, one more open than the other. Just hold space for what is and honor whatever your body needs on each side independently. So if this side can take a further bend, that's okay. And now we'll turn legs out long in front of us. And I recommend keeping the pillow underneath your seat to help prop up the hips. Take an inhale and stretching the spine as tall as you can. We're going to fold forward, hinging only at the hips until you've hinged as far as you can go. And only then will we let the upper back round and the head and the shoulders and the arms hang in a forward fold. And this will open through our entire back body, all the way from the base of the skull, down the neck and the back, and the glutes, hamstrings, calves, and ankles. On the next inhale, carefully push yourself back up to seated. remove your support from under your seat and carefully allow yourself to come down to a laying position on your back. Tuck your right knee into your chest, bringing your left in to meet it. Hug your knees, and you might rock back and forth here, massaging the low back, and then take the palms to the knees and draw circles in one direction with the knees. And then we'll go the other direction. And then carefully let the feet come long in front of you. Let the palms face up towards the ceiling, arms beside you. And relax every inch of your body. Letting the feet fall to the side. Releasing any tension in the quads. Letting go of any holding in your stomach. Making sure the shoulders are flat and down, not hugged up towards your ears. Unclench your jaw. Soften between the eyebrows. And just take your time. We'll come to roll to our side when you're ready. And you're welcome to spend more time in this Shavasana, however long you need. Thanks for practicing.